Hello and welcome to another showcase video, and today I'm gonna showcase this beautiful XL Bronzong. It's not like perfectly maxed out as you can see on the screen. It still needs some power ups, but it's still like good enough to play around an Ultra Premiere right now. And I used it today and I went up like 150 or 160 points. It was like really good. And you also see the team on the right side of the screen. I have my good old Shadow Swampert and my Shadow Machamp on the team as well. Both are kinda good as a save swap, and it depends on the lead I face which Pokemon I'm gonna use as a save swap. Just on that being said, let's hop right into the battles. I have, by the way, actually no idea really what I'm gonna see. I played this today, but like the battles are kinda at like 2 sets, and they're kind of randomly selected. We see an Umbreon lead was like the worst possible lead for our Bronzong basically, because we can't do anything. We go into the softer counter, which is Swampert, not the Machamp. He brings in a Grand Bull. We bait first with Hydro Cannon and now go for an Earthquake. And he didn't want to give up 2 shields, so we're in a really good position right now. Back into the Umbreon matchup, which is really cool because now we can align it with our Machamp, and we currently do a lot of damage with our Swampert already. And this doesn't even KO us, but he can farm us down. But we can go freely on our Machamp, and he goes into Ninetales. And this game is over. We just lost the lead, came back thanks to the bait with the Swampert, and realigned our Pokemon perfectly right. We lost another lead here, like Escavalier is also a really good response to Bronzong, sadly. But as you can see here, I'm going in my Champ instead of Swampert this time, because I think Swampert has a better matchup against Escav, because it's spammier. And we have an energy lead here right now with our Machamp. We're just going for some cross shot against this normal Swampert. And we get a shield here. And I know that I'm gonna get to another cross jab here, so I can freely shield this, get his last shield, and get some more damage on the Swampert. Because now my play is to let this go, of course. I'm gonna be dead here. I'm gonna go into my Bronzong, throw one confusion and try to mud-shot him down. But this play didn't really work out perfectly, right? We needed one more mud-shot to farm him down here, so that was not the best play we could have made, because now we are locked into the Swampert. But he goes back into Escav, so he's probably weak to Swampert in the back. We have enough energy here to one-shot this thing, and he has an Empress in the back. That's a good game. And into the next game. Bronzong Intergalate. That's actually a good matchup, I think. Still, we can have to keep in mind that this thing can do massive damage with close combat, which it gonna land right now here. But he's debuffed, and we currently farming him down here, and this is only a Leaf Blade 100%, and we're still gonna tank it, and we can farm him down. We're at 100 energy right now. I'm just gonna switch out immediately into my save swap, which is Machamp, no matter what. It's the Mark. I am double good against Mark in the back, so I'm fine. Just throwing one move here. This is going to go unshielded. I get an extra counter through. I'm gonna shield here, and he does not bait, which is really huge for us, because now we get like extra energy on this thing. We can actually go for a back-to-back cross jump here, and the second one should tie right now with the blast burn of the Typhlosion. Perfect. And now we can just let it go. Go safely in our Bronzong. Go for the Bulldoze and finish off this thing. We could have also went into Swampert, but I just wanted to give that thing a bit more play, and then our Swampert just gonna clean up this game. But actually Bronzong just didn't care at all about the Galate in the beginning, just farmed him down, didn't commit any shield there, and came back with like 100 energy, which is cool. We have a positive lead here, and he switches right out into Talonflame, so I go right into my Swampert, which should beat it in every scenario. He let the first one go, which is interesting, but now I can just shield. It's most likely Brave Bird because he does not get to another move exactly, and we can just farm him down here. So we're in a good spot. He goes back into Machamp. We can just throw Hydro Cannon. We should be able to get to 2 Hydro Cannon at least. So he shield the first one. Yeah, or we get to the second Hydro Cannon. I think he does not shield this, most likely. Oh, he does shield this. Interesting. I'm gonna go back into my Brand. This was most likely the wrong play here. I should have just let my Swampert go down here, but we still have an okay matchup here against the Empoleon because we have Bulldoze, which is super effective, and he's just hitting us neutral. So we win this matchup against the Empoleon. And he still has the Machamp, and this is a scary situation right now because the Machamp has so much energy loaded already. I have to shield here. Nothing I can do. I got one counter in. He goes for the next move right away. Oh man. He might even get to another cross chop before we get there, but I'm gonna switch out here just in case he got to the move at the same time as I get to the move. He threw the cross chop here, and I still might have my cross chop start and just finish off this game. Like, I could have played that better, just not going into the Bronzong there, but yeah. Mistakes being made, still won the game thanks to Bronzong being awesome. And we have another not that good lead. Oh, I don't know why I switched into Machamp here. I should have switched into Swampert, I think, but he switches out into Gyarados. I get one shield here. I think I shield here? Yeah, exactly, I shield. And I get another shield here, if I remember correctly. Yes, exactly. And I can throw my cross chop still. Just triple cross chop, always baiting. And now I have one shield left. Can go into my Bronzong and just farm him down here. I have to watch out for the crunch. Crunch would do super effective damage, so I'm gonna shield this. What is he going to bring in here? This is important. He tries to sack swap here. On the bulldoze, like great layer for my opponent, but didn't work out. And now he's locked with a Dragonite against my Bronzong. He goes for the Dragonfly right away. Which does nothing actually. And I can just go for this, and now I can try to get the bulldoze, but I don't do that. I go to my Swampert. He has to throw 2 moves to kill me, otherwise I get to an Earthquake. Lag. The lag is kind of unfortunate there. Maybe I could have got to the Earthquake without the lag, but he gets to the Hydro Cannon, and we definitely get to the bulldoze before he gets to the 3rd move. So we basically just sacked our Swampert, so we get the energy of the Empoleon. And we go hard counter in the lead with Charizard in Swing Attack, which is even worse for us. Switches into Gallade, which is even... it's horrible. Like, nothing really can do here. It's like hard counter into hard counter. I don't even know if we can come back from this, most likely not. Okay, yeah, this Glade just have to throw... he throws Leaf Blade at me, that's interesting. I can farm him down here. Is he throwing another Leaf Blade here? He's throwing another Leaf Blade, that's not the right move to throw against Steel type. I think we look to switch out into Swampert right away because we expect the Charizard. He throws a move here, that's interesting. Dragonclaw, okay. And goes into Machamp, and Machamp is also like a hard counter right now. Still, it's not really looking good right now. I have to... oh, I shield this. Why did I shield this? I would have survived that and would have got to move. I think that was a misplay on my part. Or maybe because I wanted some more pressure here. Oh, okay, we can farm him down. Ah, but he throws this Dragonclaw right away. And he has still a shield left, and we have to get to 2 Psyshocks basically. He gets an extra movement, which is huge, I think, in this matchup. Yeah, and we get to another Psyshock, the loose KO. Oh, it does barely not enough, and then he gets the move off directly 1 turn before my quick move damage would carry me through. So if he didn't get the extra Wing Attack in against my Confusion, I would have won this game, but not like this. Next hard counter in the lead. With Snorlax, I go into my Swampert because it's the worst counter basically against Snorlax, but you still can 2-shot with Hydro Cannon, which is kinda cool. He goes into Shadow Poliwrath, which is really cool pick. But I can go for Earthquake and for Hydro Cannon. I think he let it go, so I can realign. Yeah, exactly, he let it go. Goes into his Snorlax, tries to farm me down here, but I get to another move. He shield this. And I barely get to another move, which is really huge for me right now. So he's basically below... oh, he's in the red health right now. Yeah, but he has a lot of energy. I tried to sex swap there onto my Bronzor. He goes to the superpower right away. And he has Galvantula in the back. Does not look good right now. Galvantula is really good against both of my Pokemon in the back. I kinda have to bait here. And he calls the bait, which is crazy. Like, if I went for Rock Slide there, the game would have been over. But I have to bait here again, and he shields us right now. I try to stack swap onto my Bronzong and eat a lunch. And now I try to farm him down, basically. I'm most likely gonna eat another lunch here. Yep, but I should be able to farm him down barely enough. And he crits there, which is interesting. I don't know if they actually had to crit there. I don't know if it was in range, but I think it was. Yeah, it definitely was in range. And this is the hardest counter for our team in general, Jillison. Like, there's nothing really I can do here. Jillison is good against all the whole team. I didn't expect to face this thing at all because you need to XL candidate. And this thing is so strong against the whole team, but you don't face it usually. And now I have my small bit in it. I just try to bait out whatever is like good against my champ in the back, and he goes into 8 tails, I think. Yeah, low 90s with powders now. And I go for the next move, and I think I get a shield here. Yes. So we're both shields down, but it still does not look good. My champ does nothing to the Jellicent, and my Bronzong is also like really weak to Shadow Ball, so it doesn't look good right now. But we are able to get another Hydro Cannon off. I think that was a tie on the Shadow Ball. No, he didn't even throw the Shadow Ball there. And he threw the Bubble Beam, which does not KO me. I'm gonna go into my Bronzong. He mostly goes for the Shadow Ball right now. Yep, it does not KO me. I hang on like on a sliver, and he goes into Umbreon, which gives me champ now. Umbreon is really weak against my Machamp. It's XL, it's 100% I think as well, best buddy, so it's really strong. But my Machamp is good against it. What I have to do here is use my 1 HP Swampert, basically as a second shield, and try to catch a move from the Umbreon here. And I'm able to do that. This is a last resort. I can count him down, and I can get to Rock Setting at the Jellicent to finish off this thing. He still has the Umbreon with 1 HP on the back. I am able to count him down, and he actually also crits over there. Into the next battle. I think it's one of the last battles. I think I have maybe one more after this. Again, horrible lead. Charizard, it could have stayed in maybe actually, because it's Dragon Breath, but you never know basically. Charizard has 3 really good quick moves, so you kinda have to consider it being Fire Spin. I don't really want to go into Confusion, because Confusion is a 4-turn move, and like switching out of a 4-turn move that takes like forever. But I can get to another cross chop here, which is really cool. And I basically get him 2 shields down, and he throws a move here, which is like perfect for me. I am able to get a Confusion through here, but not here, and he goes into Lapras. Lapras actually should lose against a perfectly maxed out Bronzong, but mine is not like maxed out yet there. It's actually, yeah, it still needs a lot of some power, but it still does the job here. This is like, Surf does a lot of damage, but the Ice Shots are resisted, which is kinda cool, but Lapras gets to the moves a bit earlier than Bronzong, which, and he survives though with 1 HP, so he has basically 2 1 HP monsters in the bag. Now depends whatever he has in the bag, he needs to, I think it was a Snorlax? Yeah, it's a Shadow Snorlax. This is actually a good matchup for us, especially because we have a shield left. Body Slam does more than a Dragon Claw from Charizard, I would say. So I'm gonna shield this move. And I expect him not to think that we have so much energy already. So his only play was to Sex Up there, but we were able to get the next Hydro Cannon off. And he still has the Charizard, which resists our ground type quick move. But we have on the Blast Burn, and we can match him down. I think that's the last battle now against this guy. Also battle I face a lot, also really bad lead. We can go into our Machamp, which is a decent counter. He lets us go for a cross jump, which is really cool. I expect him to bait here, but I'm still gonna shield just in case. I don't really want to do a switch here, and I can just farm down. And he goes into his Venusaur, which is good for us. Venusaur completely loses hard to Bronzong. That's also why I kind of prefer a neutral matchup, depending on the lead, to go into Machamp instead of Swampert, so I can bait out the Venusaur, because the Venusaur definitely does not want to see a Bronzong against it. So we farmed on the Venusaur. Now we can go into Magnezone. Magnezone is still locked, because we threw a cross chop against him in the mirror shot before he switched out on the matchup against Machamp. So we were able to farm him down here. he goes into his Machamp, and this is basically game over. There's nothing really you can do here. And he counters me down, which is a good play. But Cross Chop, I got the move build, which is really good for me. Cross Chop doesn't do that much. And he crits as well. And that brought me close to 2500 MMR, which is kind of cool. And I started off the day like at 2310, I think. So it really brought me up. And this thing is really amazing. I'm looking forward to using more. Like, I can highly recommend you grinding for the XL candy and trying to get this thing done as well. Try to save the bronzer and try to do your friends against like 7km Pokemon, because the distance is higher than 100km. You get the guaranteed XL candy for trading it. That's how I got most of my XL candy. And yeah, like, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed the team. If you have a Bronzong, I highly recommend using it. It seems really good. Like, I lost a lot of leads there. This team still came back on against a lot of really good teams and really good opponents. So I highly recommend this team as well. Hope you had some fun with this gameplay, and hope I see you next time.